Galaxy Book. Samsung has come in with some very small and very light Galaxy Books. We've got the Galaxy Book, we've got the Galaxy Book Pro, and the Pro 360. So the Pro and the Pro 360 are kind of the main ones. So just to give you a bit of a quick rundown for those of you who are not aware, you get them in two versions, 13.3 inches and 15.6 inches. They do have AMOLED Full HD screens. The Galaxy Book Pro starts with just 0.87 kilograms, so it's very, very light, around 11.2 millimeters thin. And then the 360, which does have the full 360, it's a 2-in-1, so you can flip the screen on itself. That starts at just 11.5 millimeters thin, and it's just over a kg. It's like 1.04 kg. Obviously, the 15-inch versions are a little bit heavier. You can get them with 11th gen Intel Core processors, i3, i5, i7, Intel Iris X graphics on the 360. You've got Xe graphics on the Pro, and then you've got up to 32 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. The 360 comes with the S Pen, so it's a touchscreen that comes with it included. And both devices do have a 65 watt compact fast charger. You can get a decent amount of charge in just 30 minutes. And pricing, so in the UK anyway, the 13.3 inch starts at £1,100 for the Pro, and the Pro 360 starts at £1,100. There is not going to be any 5G available in the UK, but in the US, and I'm not sure any other regions, there will be 5G for the Galaxy Book Pro 360. So, I mean, they look pretty promising on the offset, but you have actually had some hands-on time with them, and you've posted a video. So I'm really interested to hear your thoughts.
The first thing you notice is, even though the weight of the 13.3 inch is lighter than the 15 inch, the 15 inch feels super light. I mean, very, very light.
Is that because it's kind of spread across a little bit more, so it's like the weight balance is just okay.
Yeah, it is, and they use something they call Series 6 aluminium. Sorry, all depending on how you want to pronounce it. But it feels really, really light. Now, you know that title used to go to the LG Gram laptops. I would say this is giving it a run for its money. There are a couple of things about the device that are interesting. There's some things I like and I don't like. I know that the Pro has an AMOLED display. The Pro 360 has a Super AMOLED display. So there's actually a difference in displays. But also resolution is capped at 1080p, which I've seen some people already comment on my video saying, you know what, that's kind of useless. But then again, you know, do you really watch anything in 4K on screens like that? Just putting that out there, you know, so to speak.
I mean, I'm assuming battery life was one of the concerns when you're looking at high resolution. Obviously, it has an impact on battery life, so I think that was
absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's one of the things they did. It felt comfortable to use. It was nice. The S Pen doesn't require any charging, so it's basically a standard Wacom S Pen, or at least Wacom pen. Has some of the S Pen features. They also mentioned it had some of the linked Windows and Galaxy features, similar to what Huawei has, where you can transfer files. You've got that AirDrop type capability, text messages and things like that, which I do like, because one of the big things that I've noticed more, not for myself, but because Board Femme is now using the PC and she complains that she doesn't have AirDrop. You know, she just can't transfer files over. She's switched from a Mac. And I wish Microsoft would just work on something that's a general app that you can download and just use. I think that would be great, you know, for you to do that. But
so currently that's across, because when I was watching the presentation, they were saying across Galaxy devices. So you do have that AirDrop, but you have to kind of have a Galaxy device to be able to fully take advantage of it, should we say?
True. I mean, which is fair, though, because with AirDrop, you have to have the Apple ecosystem, right? You must be in that ecosystem. So
that is true, but there's a lot more segmentation on the Android and the Microsoft side of things, right? So it's not like everybody that, because I mean, generally speaking, most people who have an iPhone also have like, a MacBook. There'll be that ecosystem is a
Something,
lot more. It's a lot more established. It's a lot more. There are a lot more Apple users who have both, right? They have an Apple smartphone as well as a MacBook.
No, I do agree. And I think maybe this might be the beginning of something interesting for Samsung. And they kind of started it last year when they did some briefings and they talked about, we have devices that help you work from home. And now they've done an unpacked for a Galaxy Book. They've never actually done an unpacked for a Galaxy Book, whether it's online or usually it's just an announcement or it's tied to other bigger announcements per se, like with your smartphones. So maybe this is them trying to create that, expand on that ecosystem that technically they do have, at least on a smaller scale.
That's a very interesting point because they marketed this as the most powerful Galaxy, right? And honestly speaking, that got a lot of people thinking it's going to be the Fold, right? Because they've never kind of referred to the Galaxy Book series in that sort of respect, right? So that was an interesting. I mean, I'm not sure because there were so many people who just thought it was going to be the Fold, and they might have been disappointed because when you kind of think Galaxy, you think smartphone, right? So it looks like they are trying to change that perception now to make it across the board. So it's like, hey, you've got laptops, you've got tablets, you've got smartphones. We are giving you the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. And I think if they get some of that software component well, especially, the AirDrop type features, the texting, being able to connect all your Galaxy devices. And one more thing, which I'm actually going to bring up I have a TV video coming up, but the idea of calibrating your TV, a lot of people have Samsung TVs. There are more Samsung TVs than most TVs out there. And a lot of people have Samsung phones. So why can't I do the same thing Apple's doing with Apple TV to calibrate my TV? So again, I can see them doing this, but I don't know if they will. It looks like this is a good start to that. But in terms of computing, though, it's got the standard 11 Gen XE specs that we've seen released lately, and hopefully it performs the same way. We've seen some good performance from the Surface Laptop 4, which everyone's been kind of praising, like, oh, it's much better, some good improvements. So hopefully it kind of continues with that. Like, I didn't spend enough time to say this is definitive, but the most definitive thing is if you have the 15-inch, it's like carrying a notebook. It is so light. It's very, very light. It's scary. Plus, it still has the HDMI port too as well. So
yeah, it was interesting because seeing how thin it is, the USB-A port and the HDMI kind of look like they're literally just about fit. Because otherwise, anything more, it'd just break the device. So, I mean, it's nice that they've actually gone ahead and included those things. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like one thing I hope they continue is the simple SKUs on this, because it's basically just two devices and two SKUs each. There's a 13, there's a 15 for both the Pro and the Pro 360. Done.
I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to hear the full podcast episode, then that will be linked down below. And if you want to see more clips like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss them. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf Speaks, and I'll see you next time.